Hey crypto explorers, ever found yourself staring at your screen, ready to dive into the exciting world of digital assets with Newton, but then that little question pops into your head, okay, how much can I actually put in here? You're not alone. It's a super important question that every new and even seasoned crypto enthusiast needs to know. Because let's be real, understanding the boundaries of your deposits is key to planning your investment journey and avoiding any unexpected hiccups. Think about it. You've done your research, maybe you've been watching the market, and you've finally decided which crypto you want to add to your portfolio on Newton. You go through the sign-up process, get your account verified, all the good stuff. Now comes the moment of truth, funding your account. And that's where deposit limits come into play. Imagine the frustration of trying to deposit a certain amount only to be met with a notification saying you've exceeded the limit. Not exactly the smooth start you were hoping for, right? So, in this video, we're going to dive deep into the deposit limits on Newton. We'll explore what those limits are, why they exist, and importantly, how you can find the most up-to-date information because, let's face it, things in the crypto world can change faster than a Bitcoin price surge. We'll also touch upon the different funding methods available on Newton and how those might influence the limits you encounter. Now, before we get into the specifics, it's crucial to understand that deposit limits aren't some arbitrary numbers pulled out of thin air. They serve several important purposes, both for you as a user and for the platform itself. Firstly, these limits are often in place as a security measure. By restricting the amount of money that can be deposited within a certain time frame, platforms like Newton can mitigate the risk of large-scale fraud or unauthorized activity. It's like having a speed limit on a highway. It's there to ensure the safety and security of everyone involved. Secondly, deposit limits can be related to regulatory requirements. Financial institutions and crypto platforms often need to comply with various anti-money laundering, AML, and Know Your Customer, KYC, regulations. These regulations can sometimes influence the maximum amounts users can transact. Thirdly, the limits can also be tied to the operational capacity and risk management strategies of the platform itself. Different funding methods, like bank transfers or other options, might have varying processing times and associated risks, which can be reflected in the deposit limits. So, with that foundational understanding in place, let's get down to the burning question: what are the deposit limits for Newton? Now, here's where things can get a little nuanced, and it's super important to pay attention. Deposit limits on platforms like Newton are not always fixed and can depend on several factors. These factors can include your account verification level. This is a big one. Typically, platforms have different tiers of verification. As you provide more information and complete more stringent verification processes, you often unlock higher deposit and withdrawal limits. This is a standard practice across the financial industry to enhance security and comply with regulations. For example, a basic, unverified account might have very low limits, while a fully verified account with all the necessary documentation provided will likely have significantly higher limits. Think of it like leveling up your account. The more you verify, the more access you get. The funding method you choose, how you choose to deposit your funds, can also impact the limits. For instance, a direct bank transfer might have different limits compared to using an e-transfer or another payment gateway. This is often due to the processing times, fees, and risk profiles associated with each method. Some methods might be faster and more convenient but come with lower maximums, while others might allow for larger amounts but take longer to process. The currency you are depositing, are you depositing Canadian dollars, CAD? Or does Newton support other fiat currencies? The deposit limits might vary depending on the specific currency you are using. This is often related to the platform's banking relationships and the regulations in different jurisdictions. Your account history and activity, in some cases, your past transaction history and overall activity on the platform might influence your deposit limits. For example, an account that has been active for a longer period with a positive track record might be eligible for higher limits. This is a way for platforms to build trust with their users over time. Changes in platform policy or regulations. The crypto landscape is constantly evolving, and so are the rules and regulations that govern it. This means that platforms like Newton might periodically update their deposit limits to reflect changes in the market, regulatory requirements, or their own internal policies. This is why it's absolutely crucial to always refer to the most up-to-date information directly from the Newton platform. Given these variable factors, it's impossible for me to give you a definitive, one-size-fits-all answer to the question of Newton's deposit limits right here and now. Any specific numbers I provide could be outdated or inaccurate by the time you're watching this. So, how do you find the correct and current deposit limits for your specific Newton account? Here's your step-by-step guide. Log into your Newton account. The most reliable place to find your personalized deposit limits is within your own Newton account. Once you're logged in, navigate to the Funding or Wallet section. This is usually where you'll find options to deposit and withdraw funds. Look for deposit options. Within the Funding section, you should see the different methods available for depositing funds, e.g., bank transfer, e-transfer. Check the specific limits for each method. When you select a particular deposit method, the platform should clearly display the associated deposit limits. These limits might be daily, weekly, or monthly, so pay close attention to the timeframes mentioned. Refer to the Newton Help Center or FAQs. Newton likely has a comprehensive help center or frequently asked questions, FAQ, section on their website or within their app. This is another excellent resource for finding detailed information about deposit limits, verification levels, and any other relevant policies. Search for terms like deposit limits, funding limits, or account verification. Contact Newton support. If you're still unsure about your deposit limits or have specific questions related to your account, don't hesitate to reach out to Newton's customer support team. They will be able to provide you with the most accurate and up-to-date information based on your individual One Account status. You can usually find contact information for support within the app or on their website. 1. www.cvsglobalpharmacy.com www.cvsglobalpharmacy.com. Important considerations. Be aware of different limit types. As mentioned earlier, deposit limits can be daily, weekly, or monthly. Make sure you understand the time frame associated with the limit to avoid any issues. Verification is key. If you're looking to deposit larger amounts, ensure that your account is fully verified according to Newton's requirements. This will likely involve providing identification documents and completing any other necessary steps. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.